Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Taylor, and today I am going to walk you through what I have already going for my 2025 garden endeavors and what I'm planting today, which I will be starting off with sunflowers. And I'm gonna plant until I run out of 10-20 trays, which right now I think I have a total of 3. I have more on the way, but we're gonna get as far as we can get, which starts with 50 sunflowers. So let's get going. So I want to start off by showing you these guys, which I just moved them down here to the floor. My onion sets have been hanging out. I needed to pot them up because I'm not ready to plant them in the garden just yet. But these are tomato plants, this row right here. And then I have some broccoli, and the rest of these guys I believe are marigolds. Let me just double check what we got here. Yep. Oh, cosmos. I got some cosmos right here. So I've got marigolds and cosmos that already needed to be planted up. And I started the tomatoes off this way anyway. And let's see. Yeah, these are all tomatoes. This one didn't sprout. And then I've got one more that didn't. And then here. But you know what? There's 30 plants in all, and I'm like, okay, we can do that. We can do 30 plants. We'll just be giving away tomatoes over here or selling them, one or the other. So let me walk over this direction back to what is currently growing. So we're going to start in this middle because this has things growing. So I've got more broccoli. So what I ended up doing was succession planting broccoli. So I have 2 of each. The front 2 are Rasmus, the other 2 are Kariba, and then the rest is echinacea and lavender in this particular tray. And the back tray I've got eucalyptus and lavender. So that is what makes up that back tray. And then these trays are lettuce. So I got lettuce back here and then 4 more broccoli plants. You can see them. Those guys are like really growing towards the light. So I'm gonna have to upplant them because the lettuce is not gonna get that tall. Or maybe it will, who knows? I've never planted lettuce like this. So I've got cosmos. So I went ahead, I had some that didn't germinate. And so I just filled in some holes. I've got more lettuce here. And then the rest of this is bee balm that I have coming in. And then this particular tray, we've got cosmos and yarrow. So cosmos in these 2 rows and then yarrow in these 4 rows. Then up top, so this up top was planted on the 2nd. And I've got forget-me-nots in this row, bunny tails in this row, and I have 1 bunny tail growing. And I have 1 forget-me-not that has popped through. And then I have Prospedia and salpaglosses, however you say that. And then snapdragons in this row and basket flower in this row. These guys I just planted on the 15th. The first one is common chive, this row is dill, and you can see some of those plant babies sticking up. And I've got Prospera basil growing in this row, and I've got a few that have popped up, and then I've got cinnamon basil in this row with a few that have popped up, lemon balm, and then lemon balm, limoncello in this one, and lemon balm green in this one. So these are my most recent starts on the 15th. This is started on the 2nd. These were started, I think, on the 2nd as well. These were all done on the 2nd. These were done on the 26th. and then some of them on the 15th. And then this is also another rack that I did on the 15th, I believe. Yep. So I've got snapdragons, half of the cell tray, and then I've got cilantro in the back, and then I've got milkweed here. I don't see any of that popping up just yet. Agastache is here, and I don't see any of that popping. Morning, what do I got? Morning Star is sitting in this row, and I am seeing some of those guys pop their heads through, and then right here you can see some of the little plant babies popping through. This is Morning Star again, but this is deep rose, and this one is white. So that makes for that. We talked about those. We talked about that. I've got in this tray, these are marigolds, and they're doing really well. And then I reseeded some that didn't. And then I've got my Lisianthus is starting to pop through. You can see those tiny, tiny babies. Tiny, tiny babies. So I need them to do something soon. So the rest of these are marigolds, and I have 2 parsley plants in here. And then in the back I have peppers. Let me just get that tray, pull this tray forward. So here I have California Wonder, Thai chili peppers, marigolds. These are all marigolds. I have cayennes, banana peppers, regular jalapeno, regular jalapeno, regular jalapeno. So I have 3 regulars, another cayenne. So those are marigolds. Those guys are doing good. Slide that back. Put this guy back. Okay, so we talked, I think, did we talk about all of this? Yes. So that, oh, here. Okay, so here we have, these are all nasturtiums. I have 50 nasturtiums in a variety of colors. So all of those guys are starting to pop through. So that is exciting. So that is the seed update. And now we are going to be doing, looks like I need to put some more water in this one. They're drinking things fast, y'all. They're drinking things fast. So I have got to put more of my Fort V mix in the bucket. So I've got to pop open this bag and get started on my sunflowers. So I ordered my Fort V seed starting mix, which is not technically seed starting, but it is what some people recommend. And I actually saw a girl on Instagram, Soil and Margaritas, share about a little experiment she did, and Fort V, which is from Vermont Compost Company, they outperformed. So that's what the front of the bag looks like. This is 45 quarts. You can get it in 20 quarts, I think, somewhere in the 20 range. I was like, I can't exactly get this local, so I'm just gonna order 2. So I ended up ordering 2 45 quart because I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna end up using it. And I've already gone through 1 whole 45 quart bag, and you can see what I've seed started, and I haven't used it for anything else. So yeah. So what's nice about this is that bag is almost like some kind of a vinyl. I don't know what it's made out of, but it helps keep this soil really moist. So when you go to use it, you could probably get away with just using it as is because there is some moisture in here. I will actually add some warm water to this so I can get it a little bit more moist. I'm not soil blocking. I haven't gained confidence to do that yet. So I will just be putting it in my seed trays, but it needs to, it's a little dry, even though it's got some moisture to it. So we're gonna take care of that and get some water in it and get it worked through before I start sticking it in the 50 cell tray for the sunflowers. So I'm just adding in the warm water. People probably use gloves for this, but I actually don't mind getting my hands dirty. So we're just gonna stir this around to incorporate that warm water. Kind of like break up the soil clumps. Some people will sift their soil. I don't have a sifter to get out some of the larger like rocks or mulch pieces. I just don't have a sifter, so I end up either tossing anything big as I put it into the cell block or just sticking it in there on the side. If I don't end up using all of this today, the top layer will dry back out, which is fine. I have an overhead fan right now on to kind of give some airflow to the seedlings. We're finally in a warmer period where I can keep that fan going and it won't hurt them. All right, I think we are good to go. See, there's like these larger pieces that don't do well in small soil blocks. So I keep a little trash can close by for that reason. And then I take a 10-20 tray and a 50 cell tray. Both of these are Bootstrap Farmer. I will link them in the description. I love these things. Plus you can use them to help you pack down a tray. So I can take another 50 cell tray once I get the soil in there and I can mash it down. You can see that there's little holes and it'll help me compact it. Most of the time I just use my hands to get that fully compacted. So all I do is just bring this stuff in, try to work in the middle, and then I'll turn the tray so that I can stay over and try to minimize my mess. But this can get messy, so all I'm doing right now is just getting them full, and then I'll go through and punch them down with my fingers and then add where I need to. Like there's a fairly decent sized rock that doesn't need to go in there. Okay, so you can see we're pretty full without squishing, and now we're gonna squish. You talk about a hamstring and lower back workout. That is what this is, the way I'm doing it, because I don't have a surface taller at the moment. I do, but I would make even more of a mess. And it's a little too far from where I'm working. Probably actually would go faster if I did this the way they suggest. Uh-oh. Let's see how much faster this goes. I bet a lot faster. Without breaking the tray. It's actually pretty good. So you can see how much it shoved down, which is nice. We're just gonna clean up and then we're gonna add more. Add more. So we want it full. Oh, you know what I forgot? I have to do it on top. Totally forgot I was supposed to put cinnamon in here. We're starting over because I need cinnamon in here. Making a mess, making a mess. Making a mess, making this hard. Okay, don't do what I just did. Don't do what I just did and make it hard on yourself by forgetting cinnamon. So cinnamon just helps you with algae growth. If you don't have good airflow, you want cinnamon helping you out. So just totally forgot to add the cinnamon. And that's a big deal because I have an algae problem. Was not able to circulate air very well over the last couple weeks because of how cold we got. All right, who is stuck? These guys right here. That's what I get for shoving the tray. Okay, almost. There we go. All clear. Nope. One more. Okay, we're gonna start over, but we're gonna add cinnamon to our soil mix. I honestly have no clue what the ratio is. I've not seen anybody say other than put it in your seed starting mix. So that's what I have done, and I have seen it work. It makes everything smell good if you like cinnamon. Just get that incorporated. And once you get it in there, you can't see it. You can smell it though. We're gonna do it again. All right, second charm. Nope, that's third time a charm. I don't want to do it a third time. All right, hopefully we are good. I didn't forget anything else. So we're gonna get these filled back up, use the extra 50 sil that I have. I have multiple extras, but we're gonna pack it down with that because that went faster. All right, now we're almost there. We got everything squished down. I'm actually really excited to grow sunflowers, especially the kind that I have ordered from Johnny's. And I think they're gonna be so pretty. I think they're gonna be so pretty. Okay, I've definitely made a mess, but not too bad.